this campaign, the prosecutor's office offered an adjournment in contemplation of dismissal with 5 days of community service attached to it. And recently, when we were in court, that's how the case was resolved. So as long as there are no rearrests within 6 months, the case will be automatic. And if Jazz completes 5 days of community service, the case will be automatically dismissed and sealed.
I'm smiling because I know how he feels about this, but I want to bring I want to bring Noel in here. You've been here before talking about stop and frisk. When you hear this case and you hear that what sounds like retaliation for what he's been documenting, does it surprise you at all?
Well, unfortunately, no, because it's been the history of the Bloomberg and Commissioner Kelly tenure that these abuses have been on an increase ever since they've been into office. When Giuliani and the street crime was operating and we complained about the illegal stops and searches, there was only 92,000. These numbers have blossomed up to 700,000 documented stops. Now, we're not even talking about the undocumented stops.
And the majority of them don't really yield anything.
Right, they don't. The overwhelming majority of individuals are innocent. So it's evident to me that Commissioner Kelly, just like Chief Justice Cheney, believes that black men have no rights that white men or this society is bound to respect. Because these stops now are occurring in broad daylight. Under street crime, they used to just happen in the wee hours of the morning. But that's how Jazz can record so many documented illegal stops, because they happen so frequently. And it's out of control.
And Jazz, you think you're a big example of that. Obviously, you're not happy with this idea of having to serve community service for something you didn't do.
Yeah, community service is, they're going to have me working 6 hours, 7 hours a day for 5 days with no pay. I mean, the 13th Amendment to the Constitution says slavery was abolished except for those duly convicted of a crime. They're making a slave out of me. I mean, they worked people they brought from Africa, they worked them and didn't pay them. That's what slavery is, right? And they're doing the same thing to me here. That question, that issue there needs to be looked at by the American Civil Liberties Union, the National Lawyers Guild, and every other legal organization in this country, man, because if you're not guilty, what are they doing punishing you?
But could I say a quick thing? This is one of the reasons, and this is no reflection, or maybe it is a reflection on the legal strategy. That's why we encourage individuals who are innocent not to accept the ACD, to fight this case in trial. Do not accept. If you're innocent, don't accept the ACD.
Right.
Take it to trial, and your innocence should prevail if you go through the legal process.
And you have to have faith in the legal process.
It would sure be nice if it were possible to have that kind of faith in the criminal penal system. But, you know, really what should have happened in this case is the prosecutor should have dismissed it. The prosecutor should have dismissed it outright. And that should have happened based on their own investigation and without the defense lawyers having to go in to inspect the knife, which is when, you know, we discovered that it was broken, that it wasn't functional.
And what does this say about, in your estimation, the city's determination to continue this process, despite the fact that it seems just so blatantly discriminatory?
It says that we have poor leadership in our community, especially political leadership. We have no confidence in this toothless tiger law that Jamani Williams has written. It's not going to be respected by the police department. So it's just a sad commentary in 2012 that we can have over 700,000, which really amounts to over 1 million every year, innocent individuals being harassed and stopped, illegally stopped by members of the New York City Police Department.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to stop this conversation on that comment, but I suspect that we will be back here again having the same conversation.
Unfortunately.
Thank you all for being with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, okay.
Next on